This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. All right. Good evening. My name is Michelle Kelly. I am with South Central Kansas Economic Development District. We're going to be helping the city with a housing rehab application for next year. They would be awarded if they will receive it. And I'm just going to kind of go over the general, like what it is and how it works, and then show you some examples from other cities of before and after pictures we've done. Okay.
Is it also good for Winfield?
Winfield, no. Each city has to do their own. Winfield did one, I think 2 years ago. They haven't done another one since then though. So it's for the city, and each city will pick a targeted area as they go through the city. A lot of cities will start with one and they just keep moving through the neighborhoods. The state likes the area to be about 80 houses, just try and help more people that way so they can keep going with the projects. So the housing grants support the rehabilitation of someone who owns their home or for a rental property. So a landlord can also apply on behalf of their rental property and get some work done that way as well. And it's to kind of help revitalize a neighborhood. The funds are awarded to the city itself, and the max amount is $300,000 that they will receive for home rehab. So if it's an owner-occupied home, it's at no cost to the owner. If it's a rental, landlords do have to put 25% down for it. Now, if they're low to moderate income, they only have to put 15% down. But a homeowner has to be low to moderate income to qualify at all. And so do tenants. The landlord's income doesn't really matter unless they want to pay less. Everyone else has to be low to moderate income. And I'll hand out some pre-apps, and they kind of have the income guidelines on there based on how many people in your household is how it's configured. So you'll be able to look at it that way. Okay. So the purpose is to bring a house up to housing quality standards that are set forth by the state of Kansas for us. So our housing inspector is going to be the one to come out, look at a house, and determine what work needs to be done on that house. Our program is kind of an all or nothing. If a house becomes too expensive, we can't touch it because the state requires us to fix everything. We can't just pick 1 or 2 items to fix. We have to fix it all when we come in and do the work. Don't let that worry you. Typically, we don't have any issues unless it's a very large house. Is when we start to see issues. It's the only reason we would probably turn it down for too expensive. Items that we can do, we do a lot of roof replacements, window repair or replacements, electrical and plumbing, heating, air conditioning, siding is a big one. We typically put a siding on a lot of the houses we work on. We can do very minor foundation work. That would be one of the biggest things we can turn away people for, is the foundations is expensive, so keep that in mind. But we'll also do, sometimes we'll replace fixtures in your home that are, old or broken, outside lights sometimes. So there's a lot of little things we'll do, but these other ones are our big ones we typically are looking at when we come into a home. Yes?
Can I tell? I'm here for somebody because they're washing their mother. Is there a way I can take a picture of this?
I think they're recording it tonight. So if they want to watch it, they can look at it as well. Will that be online?
Put it on our YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel. So it'll be out there. So
Okay.
We can get these slides as well.
yeah, and we can email them to you. Okay. So I'm gonna show you a couple of houses we've done, so you can see before and after. This one, it looks like we did siding, and I think we did roofs and windows on it as well, which are big ones we do outside a lot of the time. We do duplexes. So if your landlord own a duplex or a triplex, so they're still eligible. This was in Hutchinson, Kansas, I think, and we did siding, windows, roof. I think we did some painting on the inside and other things. Another one here. Oh, I want to say that was Wellington there. Again, siding, roof. And here's that one. So it makes a dramatic difference what we come out and do, especially on the outside of the house. Inside, obviously, we're not touching a whole lot of cosmetics, but we are going to make it sure it's up and running good, especially like electrical and plumbing, knob and tube wiring, common one we take out inside. Okay. So, and like, we also pair this project with what is called weatherization. I don't know if anyone's heard of it before, but the organization I work for also does weatherization. So sometimes they help us offset costs for a more expensive house because they can come in and do sometimes those heating systems that do HVACs, windows. Sometimes they're very helpful in helping us offset cost. And so I always encourage once the city gets if they get the grant, to apply for not just this program, but weatherization, because they'll pick up installation, heating repairs, air sealing measure. They're very helpful, and they don't have the same requirements as we do. So sometimes if we can't work on a house, they may be able to help you as well. So I always like to encourage people to apply with weatherization. And this also, like I said, it helps make the money go further on a lot of houses we do here. Any questions kind of over the general basis of the program? How it works? No. Like I said, it's low to moderate income, like LMI. Like I said, I have some applications we'll hand out here in a second. If you're interested, the pre-apps help us get the grant because it shows that the community is interested and they want to do this and they want the program here. So I encourage anyone who can to fill out one to help with the application for the city so they can go ahead and hopefully be awarded next January. So I think I have some if anyone's interested. If you're a homeowner or landlord. Are you a homeowner?
Both.
Both? Okay. Give me the,
Yeah.
I think he has my, all right. All right. This is the homeowner one here. So, landlord here.
Homeowner and landlord. Yeah,
And landlord ones, okay.
and you said this is for,
So this is the landlord, and the one I just handed you is the homeowner one. So, yep. On landlords, real quick, if you do have a tenant, the only other thing I will say is that you can't raise your rent for 3 years after we do the work. You do have to walk into a rent agreement with the city, just as a fix.
is there a certain requirement? I mean,
I put on here what they typically go for like a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3 or 4-bedroom on it. So, and we're gonna base it off of whatever at that time you give us for, we ask for like your
So
lease
what if-
agreement,
what if the rent is lower than what's here?
and that's fine. That doesn't matter. We just go off of, we typically go off of your lease agreement with your tenant. We'll base it off of that unless it's over this price. Then we
Okay.
will talk to you. Okay. Homeowners? Homeowner?
Yes,
Okay.
I have a lease in Winfield, but that doesn't count, right?
No, Winfield has to do their own grant, so. I'm gonna need a couple more homeowners. Anyone else need the landlord act real quick?
No, this building on there.
If you have time, yeah, I think I have a couple pens I can get and we can.
Okay, if you can get a pen, I'll do it.
Let me grab some pens real quick. And then I'll get those extra homeowners out here just a second. That's not my purse here.
How many work did you want?
Thank you.
Use a pen?
We'll read it over
Okay.
and everything. Thank you. In the county.
Okay. Homeowner?
No, so
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyone else need a homeowner?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone else need a pen right now?
You need these filled out today?
You don't have to fill it out, to just drop them off at the city if you don't want to fill them out today, if you want to look it over.
Because
It doesn't lock you into anything. It's just,
she said,
it just helps if we get the grant, it kind of helps, put you at the top of the list for when we do the actual applications.
You know, that's what we do.
I can, but it's kind of, so I don't worry too much about that. I do like 25%, and that, Why can't people couldn't let me mention it?
Because it's not a car business.
No, but I know people, also, we do put a 3-year lien on homes. It's not like, it doesn't cost you anything, you just can't sell it for 3 years, just to ensure people aren't renovating and selling. Now, if you do sell before the 3 years, you owe back whatever's left on the lien, but it depreciates every single month. So we typically don't ever see people do it too often. Occasionally people sell their homes before the 3 years up, but it's not a super common thing. And like I said, the lien goes down and the city releases it after that 3-year period. It's a state requirement by the program, so. But like I said, the pre-apps don't lock you into anything. You guys have plenty of time on the full formal application later on. And any more questions, we can go over at the time the grant's awarded, so.
And so my name's Randy Frazier. I'm the city manager here. In my previous city, we did this grant and it works really great. It really is, it's, you know, sometimes free money seems too good to be true, but this is really a good program. So I'm glad you're all here and don't be scared of it and take advantage of it because it is really a great opportunity to bring the quality of your homes up and increase your value of them and all that good stuff. So
I mean, it's up to $25,000 of free work on a house, so they do put a decent amount, we do put quite a bit of work into it, so. So SCKEDD's done them in Mount Ridge, Hutchinson, McPherson, Lyons, I think they've done in Winfield, Wellington, we've done them all over the area, so. Any other questions? Oh, yes.
You don't have, you have veterans programs at all, or that doesn't apply?
It's something that we work from,
okay.
so yeah, we just do we have weatherization at our office.
Oh, okay.
And so if you ever need those apps, we can send those to the city and they can always print them off for you too, so.
Oh, okay, I guess.
You guys want to take pictures of the city office?
yeah, we can do that.
I'm sure that you guys have copies of it. You don't think of it, I'll put the ones tonight, you can back, you can put application.
So that's for the honors on the forms.
Oh, yeah, I hate when yeah.
If anyone would like a copy of the slides or the link to the video, just put your email address down on this piece of paper and we'll send them out tomorrow. I'll put it here up front.
If they don't happen to have an email, we can always do a hard copy and mail it
Or give me a phone number and I can work out something. Yeah, just some way to contact you. Hard copy of video.
Yeah. And if you know anyone else who's interested, have them contact the city and they can get a free app out to them. I always encourage, like, once the grant's awarded, it really helps get you to the front of that line on
Okay.
the work being done.
You read that?
Anyone else want to give? I'll just leave it up here if anyone else wants to write it.
So you got, how long does it, you have to do a pre-inspection and
So right now they're applying for the grant and the grant awards come out in January. After that, we typically start inspections, I would say around July of the year they're awarded. So the 2022 July. Inspection has to happen. Our inspector goes out to see what the work is and everything. And then we like to do more than one house at a time. So we'll get a group of them and we bid them out. We have contractors that come out and bid on the work and the city awards it that way. So it's probably at least a 6-month process to get the house completely done from the time we inspect it to the time it's done. And that's obviously hopefully construction materials are better in stock next year, but we'll see. But sometimes there's delays like that. But
where there is some renovation going on now.
so yeah, if you're doing renovation, that'll have to be done before we can start our work. You can't have renovation going while we're doing our work.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Well, the bathroom will be finished.
okay, not a problem there. If you're done with the applications, I can come around and get so from anyone who's
Since I have a captive audience, one more thing you could do to help us. You go to an address online, it's bit.ly/ArcCityHat, HAT. That is a questionnaire that we have available. Anyone could fill this out in the city. It just asks questions about, what you think about housing in Arc City, how it may have impacted things, if you're aware of efforts to improve it. And so those first 7 questions or 8 questions are really for anybody, including we're asking positive things too. What are the strengths of Arc City? And what we could really use help with is if you know of people that are struggling with, it could be you if you're in home, or it could be a relative or a friend. If you have substandard housing or just inadequate housing issues, we do not need names, everything's anonymous, don't need details, just the general idea of what they're dealing with, because those kinds of examples we are going to put into this housing assessment tool and take to a meeting in a month or 2. And that also helps strengthen our case to hopefully get this grant. So please do let people know about this. We've had quite a few responses, but we could always use a few more. There's also further questions down. If you own a business or you have employees, you could answer those as well. But really, it's the first 8 that we're most concerned about.
The city will put out an announcement once it's awarded.
And you say this is under what?
They will help look at our application.
It's bit.ly.
And they're much more in depth.
EIT?
They go along rules and
bit.ly
everything too, so you'll know, and the city will.
/ArcCityHat, all one word. And then the other address I was going to show you guys,
The homeowners one?
flashvote.com/ArcCity. This is actually an ongoing survey tool. We've already done several surveys with this, and we'll be doing a bunch more throughout the year. But you go there, you sign up with your information. We, the city, don't get to see your information unless you choose to let us do that. And it will notify you every time a new survey comes up. There will be one going out Monday. It'll also be on housing. It'll be slightly different questions than the Google poll. But I do encourage everyone to sign up for this one, just because we'll be asking questions throughout the year about parks and recreation, about healthcare, a lot of other topics as part of our comprehensive plan update. And we're just trying to get more people enrolled so we can get more opinion and help the city manager and city commission make good decisions for the community. So those are 2 ways you can also help us. And all the information from both of these surveys will also go into this report when we go to apply for the grant.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I put the income on mine because I was going to ask you about it. Because when I went to write it, I'm thinking, I don't know if I know exactly.
It could just be a rough total. It doesn't need to be, Yeah, the income just needs to be a rough estimate, like if, once the grants are where we do a more thorough.
So I know it's I know it was over. Do you want to go? I think so.
Oh.
I just collected.
That's all I have for this evening, unless you have any other questions or any you would like to ask me. So thank you all.
Sure. You said drop these off downtown.
You can just drop back to the office, we'll know what's more down there, and then if your friend, whoever, they couldn't make it, if they wanna, if they have any questions about any of that, they can There you go. If she doesn't, they have questions about the presentation or anything, there, just give me a call. I can wait it down.
Email address. So
Yeah.
you'll be able to watch it.
If she can watch it, and then honestly, they should also have PowerPoint. to look at.
Yeah. All right, thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I see that. I come home for These emails a lot, so I've seen.
Maybe